I like PC gaming, like I've chosen PC gaming, but it is like a world of pain.
It's literally not, and anyone who's actually tried to enjoy PC gaming knows it. The only people who still complain in 2021 about how hard PC gaming is are the people trying to paint a picture with their arguments. Or just dumb people. I wonder which one you are.
It is just, if you are not a troubleshooter, if you do not know computer science, like, don't be a PC gamer.
Computer science. If you don't know computer science, then don't be a PC gamer. Yeah, it's going to be one of those.
There is not one game that I've ever started in the history of games, especially AAA games, that hasn't given me horrible problems. Like for at least 2 hours before I can actually start playing it.
2 hours of troubleshooting for every game. First of all, have you considered the possibility that maybe you're just doing it wrong? And second of all, what does it say about you that every game takes 2 hours of troubleshooting and yet you don't change your tactics or do some research to figure it out? 2 hours of troubleshooting is not normal. I don't think I've ever had to do that for any game, let alone a new game. Troubleshooting games just isn't really a thing on PC like the non-PC gamers say it is. The most troubleshooting I've ever done was for the original Roller Coaster Tycoon last year, and that was because it was such an old game running on a 2020 computer. And I got that up and running in like 15 minutes. Little tangent, I know, but my point is you're a fool if you think 2 hours of troubleshooting is normal. And the fact that you do seem to think that's normal means you're grossly unqualified to talk about this in the first place.
This is my situation. I have my desk here. It's where I do my editing. I have 2 monitors, right?
So you can edit videos and figure out a multi-monitor setup, but you can't figure out how to launch games. Gotcha.
And then I don't want to game here, though, like sitting at my desk. So I have my couch over there with the TV, and I have my TV plugged in via HDMI.
Well, at least you're not one of those console peasants. You know the type.
So when I'm gaming, I just want to like go over to the couch and then start playing. But instead, what happens is I go over to the couch, start it, something goes wrong. I have to walk back over here, change something, go back to the couch, something's wrong. I come back, change something, go back to the couch, something's wrong, come back to the couch. It's like I have to go back and forth between the couch like 5 or 6 times.
Have you considered getting the game set up before going to the couch? Or just bringing the keyboard with you to the couch? Even in your own exaggerated example, you're ignoring obvious solutions.
Like ideally, this is how it would work. Like Microsoft, listen to me.
Yeah, multi-billion-dollar corporation. Listen to the random YouTuber who doesn't know how game settings work.
This is how it would ideally work. Okay, I have my Xbox controller, right? I push the Xbox button, and it gives me a list of my games.
What?
Why doesn't it do that? It doesn't do that. It does everything else. It doesn't give you a list of your games.
PC gaming sucks because this one button doesn't do exactly what I want it to do.
So I want to press the Xbox button, it gives me a list of my games, and then I click on the game I want to play, and then the next prompt that I want, which monitor do you want to play on? I'll tap the monitor. Then the next prompt should be, which audio device do you want? Click on my TV, and then the game will start, and then I'm done.
Is this not already how it works? Like, selecting monitors and audio devices? Like, is it not already that simple? If you're using your PC for both work and play, which is what you said you do, you should know how to switch the audio and preferred monitor settings back and forth from work to play. If you screw it up, that's kind of on you.
That is how it should work, I feel like. I mean, it doesn't seem too complicated.
You're really talking like a game journalist here. This whole system is a problem because it doesn't work in a certain way that I'm incapable of learning how not to do. PC gaming sucks.
But instead what happens is, I'll open up Steam, I'll drag it to my third monitor, to my TV, I'll drag it over to the TV, I'll go over to the couch, I'll push play, and then it'll play here. And I'll be like, fuck, great.
Again, set primary monitors. It isn't hard. If your primary monitor in Windows is set to something different than your preferred monitor in Steam, it can confuse the machine. Just change the setting, and when you're done playing the game, change it back.
And then I learned that there's a shortcut, Windows Shift left or right, that'll move it to the different display. But I was playing Resident Evil 2 and like literally doesn't do it. It's just like Resident Evil 2 is like, I don't like it.
Okay, that's one game you've mentioned, Resident Evil 2. PC gaming sucks because Resident Evil 2 won't do this one very specific function for my very specific setup. Super compelling argument.
Then I have to turn the game off, run over here, push play over here, and then when the window comes up, I have to drag it onto the third screen, onto my TV, then run over to the couch and look at the TV.
Wait, so you found a solution to your problem. How did that take you 2 hours?
And then 9 times out of 10, the resolution is wrong.
Okay, change the resolution. Anyone who still complains about the resolution of a game being wrong deserves to get thrown down a flight of stairs. It's literally a click away in your game settings. For the love of God, do some problem solving.
Because it just randomly changes. Like, I want to play at 1440p. I'm just playing at 1440p right now, okay? And I just want to play at 1440p, but like I go over there and it's at like 1366 by 285. You know, you're like, who plays it at this resolution?
I don't know, but I also don't care. Go to your game settings and change the resolution. This takes maybe 5 seconds.
You know, like give me 480p, 720p, 1080p, 2160p, and 1440p.
Yeah, fuck having graphical options in my games. Daddy Capcom needs to tell me exactly how to play my games on my own computer.
And then the rest of them can be in some advanced menu. But like on Resident Evil 2, especially, you're like clicking through them, and every time you click through them, it like changes the resolution live and in like right in front of you.
Glad to see you found the graphics menu. At least we're getting somewhere. Even if this makes about half of your arguments irrelevant now. Also, it's changing the resolution live in front of you and stuttering the whole screen like that because you're in full screen, which is another setting literally right above the resolution setting.
And if you have far to go to get to your resolution, that's like a pain in the ass.
So take it out of full screen, find the resolution you want, and put it back in full screen.
So I'm back on the couch, and then I play the game. I start the game again. It's on the right screen, but now I have the wrong audio. The audio's playing over here, and then I have to run back over here, change the audio, go back to the couch, push play again, and then I'm like, okay, I want to record this, and I have to use NVIDIA Shadow Play. I think that's what it's called still, but NVIDIA's like overlay. I have to use it.
GeForce Experience.
And so I'll be on the couch and I'll start the overlay, and then it'll be again on this monitor. Like the game is playing on that TV.
Hang on, I'm gonna rename your video for you so it's more accurate. And 3, 2, 1, boom. You're welcome.
Nice.
Thank you.
And it opens up over here. Makes no sense.
It makes complete sense. If you have multiple monitors and audio devices and you don't tell the computer which ones you want to use, it's gonna make a judgment call.
So then I'll stop doing that. Also, it like freezes the game sometimes. It's like, I don't get it.
Computer memory is finite.
So I'll stop the game again, and then I have to come back over here, and then I have to go to display settings, and I have to check off, like make that monitor to my main display, the TV.
Wait, why are you going to a different monitor to change display settings? Why aren't you just going to the pause menu and doing it there? What game in the known universe has the settings menu on a different monitor than the game?
And then I can go back over there, and then when I do NVIDIA, like, then it works.
Oh, well, maybe you were talking about NVIDIA there. At this point, I'm willing to accept you'll believe anything.
NVIDIA's like, I don't mind it. I want to record in HDR, and OBS Streamlabs doesn't do it, and Windows Game Bar doesn't do it. Hopefully Windows 11 fixes all this stuff. Hopefully this is preemptive. So I was just playing Resident Evil 2. I wanted to get some footage for everybody. I wanted like some really great, high quality HDR footage because it looks so good. Like,
yes, Resident Evil 2 is really heckin' pretty. We can finally agree on something.
Like playing Resident Evil 2 at 120 hertz at 1440p with like 150% quality is amazing. It's really, really great, and it's really, really impressive. So I wanted to record that for everybody.
Wait, you want to record 120 hertz footage for YouTube? A platform that maxes out at 60? What's the point?
And I opened up NVIDIA Shadow Play after I got it to go on the right monitor and everything, and I did it, and I played for like an hour.
Oh, you got everything working on the right monitor. So you figured it out? So this video is irrelevant? And you made it anyways?
Got to the final boss. I played through the entire lab section, and I finished, and I was like, this is great. And Shadow Play worked. Everything was fine. It was super fluid. I did never drop below 120 frames per second. It was amazing. It was exactly what I needed and wanted.
You got what you wanted, but you still made this video. Nice. It's a healthy mindset.
Even though it took me like a long time to actually get to that point. But then I came back over here to watch the footage, and I opened it up, and this is what I saw. Yes, my desktop. It recorded my desktop for an hour.
Okay, so change the input settings. I thought we were past this.
Why? Why would it do that?
Because you clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, we're going to record the secondary display that's not in use. And I've chosen this. My PC now at this point is like, there's so much money in this PC now, with that, especially with that graphics card. So, and it looks good. Like, it's giving me good frame rates and everything. It like looks really great, and I'm happy about that.
Some menus are too hard, but others are not. You're just a ship lost at sea here, bud. You're made of spare parts, aren't you, bud? How are you now? Good, and you?
But even like Red Dead Redemption 2, another AAA game, it's just, I'm constantly in and out of it, and it takes so long to load, and then it makes me install like the Rockstar launcher, which does literally nothing. It just launches before the game. It's like I open up Steam, I push play, Rockstar Games launcher opens, then the game opens, and that's it. Like,
finally, something else we agree on. The Rockstar launcher is pointless and shouldn't exist.
If Rockstar Games Launcher like gave me the option of changing game settings like outside the game, that'd be one thing. Like, I would love to change settings outside the game.
But Why?
But hardly any games give me that option. Like only Shadow of the Tomb Raider gave me that option.
Because nobody other than you wants to change game settings when they're not in the game. Like, what are you even requesting here?
So it's just such a pain in the ass to get games to work.
No, it's not. You have a really specific setup and don't fill out the settings properly.
You have to have a computer science degree.
Please shut the fuck up.
In order to get HDR working, I had to open up the settings.ini file, find the HDR value, and change it from true to false when it opened.
Oh, look, the solution to your very specific problem. You found it. That somehow means PC gaming as a whole sucks for everybody, right?
These are AAA games. It doesn't compute. Maybe I need to work for these people. Rockstar, Microsoft, Capcom, like, please let me help you.
For the love of God, nobody hire this man.
Because this sucks. It does.
It's not exactly how I want it, therefore it sucks.
Like, just freaking, like, let me designate my TV as my gaming display. Microsoft, let me designate my TV as my gaming display.
I'm absolutely positive you can already do that.
I never use it unless I'm gaming. So make it so that when I push the Xbox button, gaming display turns on, just like it's an Xbox. It's just like an Xbox TV.
And now we're back to demanding really specific functions from things that are irrelevant to the conversation. If you want this to be a thing, just learn to code and do it yourself.
You know? Boom. List of games. Why can't I have that?
Knowing you would get this and then it still wouldn't be enough.
Even just letting me choose my monitor before the game starts would be a huge, huge improvement. Like I've the lengths I've gone to, like I literally bought extension cables, like this long extension cables for my display ports so I can unplug them easily under the monitor because I have to unplug them all the time.
Hold on. You unplug and replug monitors all the time and you're befuddled as to how your display and audio settings are getting confused. Are you fucking serious? Why did you wait until nearly 7 minutes into your video to bring this up? That is the root of the problem, and you breezed right by it. Especially
with HDR. Just constantly plugging things and unplugging things, and I just want it to be easy. I just want it to be like an Xbox. I just want it to be like a PlayStation. Please, Microsoft, let me do this.
Nobody's going to watch this video and think they should hire you.
Or if you're someone watching and you have some amazing, wonderful workaround that I have never heard of, like, please tell me. I just want to know.
Here's my crazy, fancy workaround. Stop doing that.
I just want to be able to push the Xbox button, select a game, select my monitor, select my audio device, then go.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy. You're a lost cause here, bud, and it's too early for me to be dealing with this. If you don't know how settings menus work, that's your fault. If you don't realize the side effects of constantly unplugging monitors, that's your fault. Absolutely nothing in this video was an actual problem with the PC as a platform, and yet you use your own mistakes as evidence for a blanket statement about PC gaming. So, yeah, don't do that. Toodles.